Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kevin and welcome back to the Darkest Dungeon. Last week we did okay, but... well, I say we did okay. We survived. We have four people desperately in need of some stress relief. Unfortunately, we had two resolve checks. Yeah, I think Mercier and Gand, or Gond, both kind of went nuts, and we've got to give everybody in the party stress relief, which kind of limits our options for this week. But I think we'll be okay. So I think we're going to go to the Abbey and see who we can put where. Let's go ahead and put Gand in the transept, and he can pray until he's less stressed out. I think we can use some of the... we'll use some of this to reduce the cost and increase the stress relief. So go ahead and put Gan in there, and then she can't go anywhere. She got a quirk that she'll only drink, which is kind of weird. It's an odd quirk to have, but that's okay. So we're gonna put her in there. We can't upgrade it any, but we've got to get her stress relief. Otherwise, we're not gonna be able to use her forever. So she's gonna have some drinks. And then Renaud and Dismas, I think he can only gamble, and right now. Why can't he gamble? What is his problem? Is not allowed to gamble. My bad. So, Dismas is gonna go, let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and put him in here. Whoop. Put him in here, and again, we can't improve anything, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. And then Ronaldo, you probably got one. You can only pray for stress relief. So, he's gonna be SOL for today, and he's just gonna have to sit there in his nearly completely stressed out position. Let's go ahead and look at the stagecoach, and probably we have 3 more slots. Let's go ahead and bring in another leper and a crusader. Organize this all by level to see who we can bring out where. Okay, let's go see what kind of missions we have available for today. Get out of there. I can't. I won't go back. Well, you're praying now, so that's more of an inner thought that you need to keep to yourself. Gand, or Gond, whatever your name is. Alright, so we've got a short apprentice level in the Warrens. We've got a medium apprentice level in... okay, we get it. You've said your piece. Now, be quiet. Continue to pray. And, shut up. Ruins, the Wheel, the Weld. What do we have here? The Book of Intuition. That's not so great. The Cove, meh. The Ruins, also meh. And the Warrens. Really none of them are great. I think this is, at least in my opinion, which is probably wrong, probably the best one out of these missions here. So let's go ahead and do a short mission in the Warrens. I don't know that we've gone to the Warrens. I think we've only done the Ruins so far. So this will be a new treat. It's a grave robber. I like the grave robber. So let's see who we can bring out this time. Let's go ahead and put Boyven in the back. Are you sick somehow? No, you're not sick. Okay. Let's go ahead and put Mucident. This is still a funny name. Mucident in the front, and we'll have Kugi. Man, these names are awful. In there, and then we'll just go ahead and put Faintree up here in the 3rd slot. So let's go ahead and look at their. Since I now have the ability to change these, let's go ahead and look at their abilities here. So we've got the Divine Grace, Divine Comfort, Hand of Light, and Judgment. So really the only one I want to pick up would be the Dazzling Light. And unfortunately she's not, high enough where we can upgrade her anymore, and I haven't unlocked rank 2 anyway, so I need more crests. So we'll leave that at that. Is this a crest mission? I think this is a crest mission. This is a crest mission, so that should work out. We can get some more crests and upgrade the guild. Can we do anything with the blacksmith? No, we can't. So let's look at Faintree and see. So emboldening vapors, Plague Grenade, Noxious Blast, Blinding Blast. I like these three. I'm not so keen on Emboldening Vapors. It's not bad, but I do like the ability to not have to worry about as many bandages and whatever that Blight Cure one is. That thing. Because she can do the Battlefield Medicine, so we'll switch those out. Oops. Let's see what she's got equipped. Iron Swan, Wicked Hack, Breakthrough, and If It Bleeds. Let's see. The unfortunate thing about her, and I'm probably have to switch the position, is she can do, like, Iron Swan, she can only do from if she's in the front. And I don't like the debuff on Barbaric Yawp, so we'll probably keep these. These are okay. We'll keep Breakthrough as well, and we'll probably just switch her position and put her in the front instead of having Mucidin or Mucidin or however you want to say that. We'll put on Withstand and Solemnity, and I think we'll put in Hue instead of Intimidate. I like the double hack for the kind of the area of effect for the front too. So I think this should work out all right. So let's go to Embark and let's just switch the position up here. And let's go ahead and... No, she's fine. And then we're going to take that off and put that on. And take that off and put that on. And take that off and put that on. Kind of a standard, I think, setup for everybody. And then we'll see... I don't think we have a whole lot in the way of trinkets that will work. So the Scouting Champs... The Scouting Chance and the Trap Disarm, let's go ahead and put on the Feign Tree, the whatever she is, the Plague Doctor. What else we got here? Move skill, we're not doing any moves. Party Being Surprised is not bad. I don't think, what else is this? Virtue Chance, and I don't want to decrease her HP because, well, let's see. So it's a 1 point decrease and a 10% increase in the Virtue Chance. I don't plan on anybody having a check, stress check on this run, but I didn't plan on it the last time, so maybe it's not bad to have this. And it's only a 1 point right now since she's so low level health anyway. It's only a 1 point debuff, so let's go ahead and leave that in. I'm gonna have to think about. We'll think about that in a second. I think that's really. I mean, the Party Being Surprised is not bad. Why are you slow? You have a... Oh, you're winded. Let's just go ahead and do the Party Being Surprised. Let's just go ahead and put it on her. She's slow anyway. And keep everybody... That way at least we won't have like a party shuffle, or we shouldn't have a party shuffle. Everything else is class specific, so that's fine. I think we're good that way. Let's go back real quick and check on the sanitarium and see if there's something that we can get. So one of these people that we can take and put, let's see, Renault, what do you have? So these are already really, really expensive. As you can see, anything that's locked in, anything with a little skull is kind of locked in, and it costs just an arm and a leg. Hopefully not, you know, really in this case, but an arm and a leg to get rid of. So unfortunately, it's going to take us a lot of gold to get rid of any of these. The Ruminator, the negative 10% stress heal. We have the money right now, and I'd like to see if I can avoid getting anything else locked in. So we're going to go ahead, and even though I can't upgrade and make it costless, we're going to go ahead and check that. Shackles? Really? Yes, shackles. We're going to go ahead and lock that in. So, I think we're set. Let's go ahead and provision. It's a short mission, and we do have a healer, so I'm only going to take 12 food. We're going to take a couple shovels, a couple of those, a key, and we'll do 8 torches and 1 of those. And again, I should probably know, because I have played this a little bit, what I should use where, but I never can remember, and I don't write it down. So we're going to do one of, well, we already have one of those, so we're going to leave that, but we're going to do 2 bandages. And I know we have a healer of, we have somebody who can get rid of bleeds, but I'd rather not just count on that. So we'll take a couple bandages just in case. So that's good. So let's take it out. The swine are resistant to disease thanks to their unclean living and the fact that they're pigs.
They breed quickly down there in the dark, but perhaps we can slay them even faster.
Perhaps. All right. So not the best layout, but we do have we do have to go look at everything. I don't want to look at that because that's generally bad. Nice dodge. I don't want to have to come back to it later if it turns out that there is a room battle, since this is not a scout, it's a skirmish. So let's go ahead and use the bandage on the rack of blades to protect our hands. Oh good, some extra food and some gold. That'll work out. And light a torch.
The match is struck.
See what's in here.
A blazing star is born.
Not a thing. Total waste. That's okay, we got some gold out of the bandage. Don't freak out, we got gold. It's just a rack that had some knives on it. It somehow had gold on it too. Not sure how that works, but whatever. Go back to where we started. And no scouts, so we're gonna have to go over here as well. A food activation, really? Did we not think to eat before we came into the dungeon? Because that seems like Dungeoneering 101, guys. I'm just saying. Dungeoneering 101. Eat before you go into the scary dungeon that's going to make you stress out. That's alright, that's just the extra food that we just found on the knife table. That hurts. So she has a bleed, and 17, so we're going to just go ahead and use a bandage and get rid of it. And go ahead and light a torch. And see if there's anything in this box. Crest, which is what we need, so good.
Could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Oh, so we had to go this way, so it's not a waste. Oh, I hate these guys. And the crit.
Reeling, about to break.
The worst thing about these stupid swine wretches is that they give you disease. They vomit on you and give you disease, which I can understand. I mean, it's a good projectile vomit to get, to arc it over there. But they give you disease, which is just awful. But since that one's well, you know what? Actually, we're just gonna go ahead and do a judgment because I want that guy dead. We're probably gonna be pretty slow in the front since we had some trinkets that are slowing us down anyway. They've already acted. They do have blight resistance, which, not the best to bring the Plague Doctor, since that's what the Plague Doctor does is, stress. Or stress. It's not what she does at all. Is give blight to everybody. We're gonna see if we can stun these so we don't have to deal with that next turn, which is good. So those are down. Now we're gonna get munched on by a disgusting carrion eater. So let's see. What do we got here? We got 80%, 8 to 16, so probably a guaranteed kill if we hit. And then also 80%, 5 to 10. So this is more of a guarantee, and I'd rather see if I can get rid of this attack before it actually happens. So let's go ahead and do that.
Executed with
excellent.
impunity.
And then let's go ahead and do the Iron Swan to see if we can get rid of the rest so we don't have to deal with the stupid vomit again. Good. So they got another bunch up and another crit.
Unbalanced.
So 5 damage over 5 turns for the blight, which we can get rid of. Let's go ahead and see if we can do. Let's see, that's 50, and that's 100% base. So it's a 50-50 shot. So let's just go ahead and do a heal for everybody. And you know what? That's why we brought it, so we might as well use it. And let's see if we can bleed that guy. We probably can't. Oh, that's pretty good. We bleed. Oh, only 20%, so that's not so bad. Oh, they're resistant to blight because they're unclean living. That's good, Kevin. That happened a whole like 10 seconds ago, and you've already forgotten. So they've both acted already. Let's go ahead and, we can try. We can try it. And there we go. So 6 damage, almost dead. So let's see if we can get rid of this guy.
Another abomination cleansed
excellent.
from our lands.
We can, of course we can. So that's just a debuff with no stress. So that's good. So since that guy's dead without us having to hit him again, let's go ahead and just do a withstand and get rid of some of the stress since we can on the leper. And go ahead and do a heal on the barbarian. And do another targeted heal on the barbarian. And now we're looking good. And then we'll just stab you to death. There we go.
Onslaught.
So that's not bad. Got some gold. Got another key. Had to come here because of the skirmish, the room battle. So that's good. Not too bad. Got a little more stress than I'd like. But those stress attacks by the wretch, the critical, especially when they crit, stack up to a lot of stress. So this, I believe, is a damage buff. Let's go ahead and light a torch. So I think this is a damage buff, and we can do it on the barbarian. So let's go ahead and do that. I think it's some medicinal herbs. There we go. 30% damage until camp, which we're not going to camp because this is a skirmish and it's a short one. Another hunger activation. Well, I'm glad we found the extra food. Otherwise, we'd starve to death before we got out of here. I was going to say, this looks like another fight. And we surprised him. Excellent. Excellent. So let us go ahead and start doing some damage over time to this guy. 4 damage per turn. Nice. Let's do the Iron Swan on the Fusilier, which, since we have the damage buff, hopefully will be enough to... Excellent. Kill him. Nice, just a rib cage sitting on a face. A face sitting on a rib cage. I said that backwards. Let's do the old Dazzling Light. 50%. Let's go ahead and stun the... whatever this guy's name is. The Cutthroat. The Brigand Cutthroat. And then just do the old Chopperooski. Only 9, so that's on the low end, I think. But that damage over time will be nice. That'll stack up.
Grievous injury. Palpable fear.
So sad. I hate that point-blank shot. Okay. So we're going to do that again. Stack up some more Blight. 8 damage per turn. We're going to do a heal on the Barbarian because she just got screwed. And do another stab. He doesn't have any protection. Is that just because? Well, I'm just trying to figure out why it's doing so low. Maybe it's just on the low end of the spectrum. I'm doing it too fast and not looking. Let's go ahead and do the wicked. What's that? The wicked? No, if it bleeds. I'm sorry. See if we can get some bleed as well. We do an 8. Yeah, so he's dead. Good. Excellent. Wait, the sharpened blade. You know, I say I won't talk over Wayne June, and then that's the first thing that I do is talk over him. Noxious Blast. Have some Blight. That's a fast-acting Blight. To do 4 damage a turn. Then we'll just do that. And by that, I mean miss. Because we like to give these guys a fighting chance. Is that going to move us? It's not too bad. What terrible strength. Let's go ahead and do the heal on the Barbarian. Yay. So that's back up to near full. And bippity boppity boop.
A faint hope blossoms.
Take all that and then we'll... Oh, we got a scout. How nice. So obviously we have another fight. Which is not there. So we'll reshuffle the party. And then we'll take a look-see in the old heirloom chest with the key. Oh, look at that. A swift cloak. Which, you know, not great, but since these guys are slow, I might as well put one on. Not really worried about the negative 20% move resist. So I'll throw that on and maybe we'll be a little faster. So let's move. The only problem is, you know, I'm doing these short runs and man, the stress is piling up and I don't want to spend the money necessarily to relieve the stress, but I'm going to have to if I want to take them in on another run. So what do we got? 80, 60, 60, and 70. So I think she's got the trap disarm, so we'll see. That's good. That's some stress relief. 8 stress relief, so that's pretty good. I'll take it. See what's in the backpack. Some holy water. And then I think this is a holy water, so we'll just use it right away. Thorough search to get 30% healing received. Well, sure. Throw that on. Look, I got a full set of trinkets from this run, so how nice. And go ahead and light stuff on fire. And by stuff, I mean a torch. So there's nothing in here. Can we get a scout, please? Well, crap. So, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe. So that's where we're going. 50-50 shot. We'll see if the fight is here. Or maybe there's a fight on both sides. You never know. Already been looted. Who is coming down here? Well, maybe all these skulls. That's the people who's coming down here. And they just die in these backpacks. So here's a hallway fight. Doesn't necessarily mean that there's going to be another fight later. So we'll just throw one of these. I don't know if this is going to work because I think they have pretty good resistance. But that's pretty much all she can do. And 80, 8 to 16, 5 to 10. Let's just go ahead and do the hew. Maybe we can get lucky, which we don't, but, you know, it's pretty good damage. The next attacks should kill, and I think that one is going to be a breakthrough this time, because that should kill them both. Excellent.
Maintain the offensive.
And I think that's a swift, a move charm, which I don't think we have, but that's always, I think, you know, you look at these and you see the common, and since you're able to sell trinkets, it's like, I think it's like 750 gold, so that's what I kind of see when I see that, because I don't really need a 20% move resist right now. So the debuff is kind of bad, so we're just going to go ahead and use the herbs to get rid of the debuff, because we don't need her to do less damage. Especially since she has the 30% damage buff from the... So this might be the last fight. 30% damage buff from the drinking the crazy alcohol or whatever she's drinking. So I kind of want to deal again with the stress dealers first, and the Iron Swan has the potential to kill. 73% chance to hit, 73. So 6 in one, half dozen the other. I think I'm going to try and kill her to begin with, which we did, which is excellent. So that's one stress dealer that we got out of the way. I don't know that we're going to be able to kill the swine wretch before it acts. So let's go ahead and see if we can get a stun off. I don't even know if this is going to hit, and it doesn't. But it was worth a shot. We'll try the blinding gas and see if we can get this done. There we go. So we got this done. And then we're going to see if we can maybe, if we get lucky, if we get on the high end of the spectrum, we may be able to kill the cultist brawler. We don't, we get on the low end. So, hooray. We got a rend going on. So I'm not really too worried about the health damage. This might be the last fight, and if it's not, we only have one more, at least as far as the room battles are concerned. And we avoided the bleeds, so that's good. We probably aren't going to get another stun. I mean, it's a pretty good, it's 100%, so it's like a coin flip. But honestly, at this, well, we could possibly do a Noxious Blast on this guy, because he's not a pig. I mean, he is a pig, because he's a jerk, but he's not a pig in the sense that he has high blight resistance. So he'll take the blight, and we just need 2 more damage, so we're going to do a hew, so that should, it might kill him outright, and then do some damage on that guy.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
And then he's got 25% stun, so let's see if we can go ahead and stun him up. And we did. Excellent. Give us a little boost on the radiant light. And then let's see if we can do the if it bleeds for the rich. Bleed, 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 bleed. Yes. Are you dead? You're dead. Ah!
The slow death
serves you right. I like how the corpses move up.
Unforgiving.
You can just see like it just kind of oozes one spot forward when the when the one in front of him dies and doesn't leave a corpse. Not really sure how that works. Not really much for the Plague Doctor to do, except, I mean, we can just throw this and see if it works. We got some blight, so we got lucky. 4 damage a turn. Go ahead and just do a big old chop. And all you gotta do is 1 damage. 11 is better.
Give them no quarter.
Take all dim stuff. So we did. We are done. And I don't know what this is. I think it might interact with the holy water, but I don't want to risk putting more stress on anybody. So you know what? I think I'm gonna call it done here, because I want to be able to use some of them next time. Let's see. So we got the 3,000 and the 3 crests and the quickening satchel for the grave robber, and an additional 5,300 bucks is not too bad. And all the crests that we need, so we can upgrade some of that stuff. So that's good. What do we get? Quirk-wise. Eldritch Hater, which is not great, but it's not bad. And Faithless will not pray or flagellate for stress relief. So not too bad. Got some money. We got out without huge amounts of stress on everyone. So let's see what happens. So we got 81 stress on Mikhail. Oh, he was the one? She was the one who didn't leave. She's been in there for 2 weeks, I think. Hadn't she? What happened last time? Yeah, she refused to leave. So that's 2 weeks worth of brothelizing. So one would hope. One would hope that you're done. So Mercier is now, she'll only drink. Well, that's not great, but not too bad. She's no longer irrational. and got some stress relief. So again, because we haven't been able to upgrade too much, even the ones that did have the stress relief didn't have that much stress taken off. So she was all the way, because she's one of the ones that had the stress check, the resolve check. But so she's down halfway. So we might have to put her back in. Apparently, we're gonna have to put her back in the drinking area, but that's okay. And then we've got Gand. So he's out of here. He went to look. He's on a holy vision, or in search of a holy vision, and he's no longer abusive. And Dismas is also stuck meditating. Well, that's not the greatest result, but we have some other lower level people to use, and we'll take a look at those guys and see what we're gonna do next week. I thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.